Okay, so brought out the motherboard. First of all, we have a thank you for choosing this, and download some more bloatware from the Microsoft Store. We have these weird brackets that I have no idea what they do. A couple of SATA cables, which is all I'm going to need for this build. There's only places for 2 drives. The Wi-Fi antennas. A cable that I have literally no idea what it's for. Is it an RGB fan header, possibly? We'll find out. Some other type of cable, let me see. So it's one of them power switch to multiple different thing adapters. In case you're putting this in a really old or really cheap case. Another random screw. The paperwork. Let me get rid of that. Paperwork. Telling you what everything does. Something to do with Australia. User guide. Directs. Stickers. Yeah, what's that? ROG cable labels, okay. Some more SATA cables. Really? In 2019, a CD, okay. A cable mod thing. I think 20% off some cable mod stuff, that's nice, I guess. Safety information, and that's not with that, that's what was there. So, and then of course we have the motherboard, already opened because of course I haven't checked to make sure things fit in the case. Here we are. Now, because how things fit in the case, all we're going to do before we put it in the case is SSD and CPU. So, let us begin. Okay, so in the Intel box you just get the safety manual with Core i7 sticker. I should also mention these are some peripherals, and also I got 2 bags of iodines. I've eaten one, here's the other one, so we'll get that differently at a different point. So yeah, Core i7 reusable sticker, so you can put that on your case, which I'm definitely not going to do, and the actual 9700K itself, which I'm better put in here. Okay, so in case anybody didn't know, that is what you line up with your gold thing on the CPU. Because it's really not that obvious, and I just found it out from the diagram, but that is it. I wanted to double check before I tried forcing it in. And so yes, that is where your gold tab goes on the CPU. So golden tab to that dot, and then we just oh shit, wait. Wait, what? I was doing it right. I thought that was the right way of doing it, but there it is. It's in there, ready to get slathered on by thermal paste. Okay, for the CPU, for the SSD, we have an SSD, a book that's taped shut for some strange reason, and that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this screwdriver and do these 2 holes to remove this heat shield and take it out. Okay, now fingers crossed this isn't going to cause a problem, but I'm deciding to install this on the back one. Why, I hear you ask? Well, if I do ever decide to install another one of these type of SSDs, it'd be a lot easier if I could just do it on the front. Especially considering this has a sticker over there, so the heat spread is not going to be of any use really. So I'm going to put that on there. And also, to be honest with you, once the OS is loaded, it's not really going to get hit, whereas games will be constantly hit, so the heat spread will be better there. So, this is what we need. So that is like a spacer, so that's going to go into that hole there. And then we're going to screw the other screw into that. Can I just say, this is a iPhone 11 Pro Max, whatever the hell all the names are. This focuses a lot better than my iPhone X did, so that's good. So yes, I'm going to fit this SSD, and then we're about ready to put it in the case, I think. How exciting. Okay, so according to this, we have a M.2 mounting kit, which I've just been using, and then 2 M.2 screw packages, which is good, because I just dropped the M.2 screw, so that's good that there's kind of a spare. Thanks, guys. That doesn't seem right, but we'll go with it. Okay, and with that, SSD's on the other side, screwed that back on, processor is in. Yes, I should possibly build everything out of the case, but I'm going to build in the case because I have to build a computer twice, because I'm quite busy today. So, trying to do a bit of clearing up. I'm putting all the spare screws and jollop in here for now. Take it from there, but let's just clear some room, because next is to get the case out. So I've taken out the crap that comes with it. There is also actually some bits from the GPU in here, I think, and a couple of brackets that I took out to test fit the GPU. So yes, but all the panels just pop off with these like press study things. I'm gonna put them safe in the box and get on with the build. Right, so now you can see all the panels are off. We've got our power lead here. That's the handle. We've got on button, USB-C, 2 USB 3s. Headphone and microphone, I don't know which way around they are. Speaker is the left hand side, so that's your headphone, and the reset button. We flip, look at it on the inside. You've got 3 slots. As you can see, one's still left in. That actually needs moving back down when it's finished. We've got USB 3, I would presume. Oh, don't tell me, really. I am going to need that little adapter because those are separate. That's a ball ache. We've got that. Actually needs to come out of there because the power supply is going to go there. That is HD audio. And that is for zero idea. USB-C possibly? It's a weird connector if it is. Yeah, 2.5 or 3.5 up there. All the standoffs are in by the looks of it. There's plenty of access to the back to fit our cooler, which is good. But yeah, once that SSD is in there in the back, it's not coming out without taking out the motherboard. So it's a good job that I decided to do that beforehand. So I'm going to shift all of these cables out of the way and push that out the back and out of the way. And we'll take it from there. So, no I/O shield to put in because it's all integrated. But just to sort of show you what we've got here, so we've got audio-based stuff, Wi-Fi, USB 3, or is that 3.1? I don't know. Ethernet, more USBs, a Type-C port, DVI and HDMI. So it will do if you, for some reason, were putting in... Well, no, actually, because it does have a GPU in it. Sorry, I was thinking of Ryzen stuff. But no, because it does have a iGPU in it. You could, if you really wanted to, use those. But yeah, so it's in. I need to put in the screws. Of which it looks like there is generally just 4 of them, so that's quite nice. And then we go from there. Okay, so the screws are all in. This is now snug as a bug. Slightly confusing. It does come with 6 screws when you only need 4, but never mind, I suppose. Next I'm going to get into GPU because it is a massive thing, and then we can start putting in everything else. So the GPU comes out in like this sleeve, which, oh my god, did you just see that? Wait, what? Is that coming up on the screen? Like, if you tilt it a certain way, it looks like the fans move. You are seeing that, right? It's showing on my viewfinder. Hopefully it's going in the finished video. But that's really cool. I kind of wonder what this plastic sleeve was for, but if that's what it's for, that's super, 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 super cool. But anyway, let's get it off. Oh, you can sort of... Oh, that's an even better like view of it. That's super cool. And then you have the graphics card underneath. We have this thing of paperwork. Yep, something about drivers. Quick install guide, which is super easy. And then talking about Zotac's mini PCs. Fun times for all. And then if we actually open the flap, we have the card itself, which I'll leave for now. We have 2 adapters, which fingers crossed I'm not going to have to use, because they're ugly as sin and not ideal. Also have this. What the hell is that? Oh. Is it to like lift the whole thing out? There's nothing underneath. That's a very confusing hole. What she said. Yeah, not yet. I don't have Apple Care on it because I can't afford it. So here's the graphics card. Give me a moment, please, while I unsheath it. It is a big boy. Now this is RGB. Not the biggest fan of RGB. We can see why I was cautious about the thickness and the length. But no, that's a super cool card. That's what you're going to see when it is inside the machine. But oh yes, so I'm gonna transport this over and stick it in. I'm just gonna grab it a bit more securely. So you have to do a bit of a this move with it, and then do a twist, and it will go in with some effort. So I'm gonna do that effort. You see, it's nearly there now. You see, so it will fit. But I'm just gonna do it properly so I can see what's happening without a camera being in one hand. But see you in a sec. RTX. Okay, so you know how I said before that we were fine for compatibility? Small problem, which I've managed to squeeze and make it fit, but I'm not happy about it. The shroud for here is touching the back of the GPU, so it's now scratched, which is annoying. But it only just fits, like that's solid, and I haven't put the screws in, so it's not great, but it will work because I screwed it in. Before I didn't put the screws in for the motherboard, so I presume the motherboard just slipped that way, but it literally only just fits. Jesus. But yeah, I just need to put some screws in, and that is the GPU in bar power supplies, and there's, I can run my finger. Ooh, literally. Can I? Is there a way of turning the flash on? I don't think there is. What's that? That's out of the GPU. That's not that professional, really. That's a bit annoying. But yeah, like you can sort of see it. It barely just fits in. I'm just nothing bigger than this card will ever go in this machine, I'm fairly sure. But anyway, I need to put in a couple of screws, and then I can undo this and slot that down, apparently, is the thing that we do. But yeah, thank God it does fit, because there's a moment there where I was like, oh no. And it's a bit of force, like I'm not that happy about it. But anyway, it'll work. Okay, so the card is now in. It is now screwed in and latched down. Next is RAM. Something that I did actually forget to say is when I was installing the graphics card, I forgot to take that off for the first attempt, which was quite funny. But anyway, that will go back in the box. So yeah, you get a sticker with these, and then just the memory modules. There's no even like health and safety. So Trident think that, or G.Skill think that people are sensible, which is quite nice. So these sort of just come out of the packaging and go in. One thing I will say is these look really grey. In pictures they look black, so that might upset some people. I don't really give two monkeys, but could upset some people. Let's move some of these many wires out of the way. Looks like smaller section to the bottom. Yep. Land flicker up. Yep, that's clicked in. Okay. And the second one, wherever I've put them. The next question is, which could be a disaster, is does the cooler fit over this? So that's what I'm going to install next. Is there any cables that I need to put in before I put this cooler on? Yes. I'm going to do some cabling to the motherboard now, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so I've done my cable runs. They're not great, but these small wires I usually just took out of the way for the reset switch and power switch. In this cable, there is a hole there in the case, but you just can't get it through on this type of motherboard with this thing. So that's why it's having to be run sort of through here in a long, which isn't great, but remember I've got this massive tower cooler that's going to be on here in a minute, so that's not a problem. It is a modular power supply, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the power supply out next and put the power into our motherboard, just the power leads, and then we're ready for the cooler. Hell yes. So, you get powered by Corsair sticker, some screws, cable ties, a book, the power cable, all of the cables, some sort of, oh, an ATX blanking plate, that's cool, some Corsair branded Velcro straps, and then over here, wow, that's a lot smaller, the SFX power supply. Well, gore alert, but I just cut myself on the case. Unlike the inside of this, it's sharp. Blood. But yeah, I'm installing SATA cables. Power cables are in. Putting these in while I'm here, I might as well. But after I've got a plaster, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a small problem. This is a BeQuiet Pro Dark Rock Pro 4. We've got literally no chance of making that fit. I'm sure I'd seen somebody who had gone on these to fit. But they must have been using like low profile RAM and a motherboard that doesn't have that jollop. So we've got a problem. We have what we're going to do in the short term, which I do have the original box cooler from my 4790K upstairs. Yes, I had to use masking tape as a plaster. Just kept fucking bleeding. We could see if that would fit. Although I'm not very helpful, in all honesty. So at least get the machine running, because that's the only other spare cooler I have. In terms of what I'm going to do long term, I don't know. I was going to get some fans for it eventually to fit here and here. Because either I've got to find a smaller cooler that I can fit between here, or to be honest with you, the easiest thing to do, because I know it would definitely fit, is to get like a Kraken or something, or just a liquid cooler, have a fan in the front, fan in the back, Probably have the fan on, you know, have to have the loop coming over here, down, underneath, to a fan here which would suck air through it, and a fan in the back to suck it back out again. Because this is going to suck an intake directly from the bottom. So that might be what I end up doing. I wasn't going to use water cooling. I kind of like the idea of having an air-cooled machine. I'll have a look at the non-pro. Because if I could get one that's just the one, like rack and it's directly on top of each other, that might work. But thank God I bought that from Amazon, because that's going to be nice and easy to return. So what I'm going to do is go upstairs and see if my box cooler will fit. If not, I'm going to cry. So yeah, I'll be back shortly.